They say men are from Mars and women are from Venus. How true do you think this statement is? Let me tell you something. The reason why this conversation started from the get-go was exactly this. I kind of used to get a lot of questions from ladies, especially on social media. I'd start the conversations, I'd have the conversations with ladies. And ladies would always just be looking for the male perspective because for some reason, it seems as if they couldn't get guys to actually just open up and have these conversations. And I had to sit down and think about this a lot. I had to just try and put myself in that position. The reality is, guys, we get very uncomfortable with relationship questions and relationship conversations. You know that whole we need to talk thing? I swear to you, when I hear the words we need to talk, I don't even want to go home. I want to go to the pub and just chill there because I'm afraid, man. I'm thinking I'm going to get there and I'm already in trouble. When I hear we need to talk, I think I'm in trouble. So the reality is guys tend to be very uncomfortable with serious conversations. More so if the conversations are about relationships. And that's the background. That's where we came from. That's where this whole Wake Up Woman thing was necessitated, I thought. Because I could see that there's a dialogue that needs to happen. I could see that women really wanted to get the male perspective. And I started talking to them, I started speaking, but I can't speak for all men. So this is an opportunity to start opening up this dialogue. This is an opportunity for us to start having these kinds of conversations between us. We'll get the male perspective. I'll come in with my perspective as a guy, but I'd like to hear more from you guys. I think it's going to be an exciting journey. I think it's going to be very eye-opening. There's going to be a lot that we will learn from one another. I've seen ladies come to us. I mean, I'm going to use the typical one. This is the favorite. This is the one that started it all. Why do men cheat? That's a big topic, and it's a topic that more often than not, when you ask the question of a guy, you'll be asking him because he's just cheated. Or you'll be asking him and he'll be thinking, this is going to get me into trouble if I answer it honestly. So it's going to be a lot of fun to just have this conversation in a free environment, in a situation where nobody's in trouble, nobody's going to get into trouble for giving their honest response. I like how different the responses were to that particular question as I kind of evolved and realized that there's actually a psychology to try and get people to open up to this conversation. So instead of saying, why do men cheat? Or why did you cheat? I'd start asking the question differently. And I'd say things like, if you could love more than one person, would you? Have you ever actually been in love with more than one person at the same time? And I think people tend to be a bit more open to that because there's no accusation of having done something bad. You know, when somebody brings up the word cheat, all of a sudden people are thinking, oh, that makes me a bad person. I think it's going to be exciting. There's going to be a lot for us to delve into as the days go, as the weeks go. On a weekly basis, we'll be tackling a different topic. And with each topic, I think there's going to be a lot for us, all of us, to learn, including myself. I'm going to bring in, as much as I can, experts in various fields. I'll bring in a psychologist every now and again just to come in and, look into the psychology of a particular topic. I'll bring in a financial expert when it comes to financial issues. I'll bring in a coach, whatever coach in a particular field. I think there's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of learning for all of us to get from this. So, with that being said, welcome to Wake Up Woman, the series. Guys, there's nothing new under the sun. I think everything that we're going to speak about here has been discussed in various platforms, between guys, between ladies. You know, amongst yourselves, you speak about these topics. Amongst ourselves, we speak very freely about these topics. But it'll be nice to just kind of bring it all together, put it on the table, so everybody just puts their opinion in terms of what it is that you go through. What is it that you think? What is it that you wish could be done differently? What is it that you'd like to know and understand more of? I've heard so many people talk about how do you give relationship advice when you have struggled or when you've been through a divorce, when you've been through whatever. I actually remember a friend of mine talking about his mother-in-law who was a divorcee and saying, how dare she give relationship advice or marital advice to him and his wife, you know, when they were going through whatever they were going through. The reality is, guys, if you think that way, you're not ready to grow. Because growth comes sometimes from failure. Growth comes from somebody coming and telling you, you know what, I've been through A, B, and C. I've failed at A, B, and C, and I can help you, or I can give you insight that'll mean you don't have to go through the same failures that I've gone through. So we learn a lot from people who have experienced failure, and we learn a lot from people who have not necessarily been able to apply even what they're going to teach us. That's life. This is going to be a fascinating journey. It's going to be an incredible journey because for the first time, everybody's going to be able to just voice their opinions, bring it out there and say, I'm not speaking on behalf of my entire gender, but I am saying these are the things that we speak about between ourselves. Ladies, gents. You know, they say that the two biggest causes of divorce are finances and infidelity. So basically, I'm hoping that if we're able to try and sort some of these things out, talk through some of these topics, we might actually get some direction. We might actually save some relationships. We might find people being different in terms of how they view their partners or their spouses. So I think there's going to be a lot of good that's going to come out of this. We're going to have a lot of fun with it in the process. Guys, please, if you're going to stay with this topic, if you are going to be part of this amazing journey, very important. Please like, please subscribe, please share with your friends. Be a good friend. Bring in your friends as well, just so that, you know, they could gain something from this as well. Most importantly, get those notifications so that you don't miss anything that we post. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's do this.